Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy #KSFun Fridays. So, I am dropping out of SCAD, and here are all the reasons why, and here are some tips for you guys if you decide to come to SCAD. Let's get started. So firstly, I am withdrawing from SCAD because A, it is too expensive for me personally. I am paying for college myself, and it is a very expensive school. The second reason is it is very far from home, and everyone that I know. Last year I was good with being away for a while, but I think it gets old after a while. You miss your family and people who you really love and have made connections with throughout a long time. Also, I'm going to go to Emerson in Boston, so I am able to live at home and commute in, which will save me a lot of money, which is awesome. A few other things is I don't really love living in Georgia, especially Savannah, because it's a little dangerous. Also, I have a job down here as a waitress, and I only make $2.13 an hour because minimum wage is very low. Where I'm from, which is up north, it's like $11 an hour, so it's very different, and it's also very hard to make good income for myself. I am not a big fan of the food selections here. I will get into some tips about avoiding the cafe because a lot of people get food poisoning and there's not a lot of options and the hours are not good. Also, I think that this school, for me personally, is not big enough of a challenge. And I love school a lot, and I love learning, and I really want to be able to learn and master my craft of filmmaking, and I don't think that this school will be able to do that for me. I just want something more out of what I'm getting. And I am trying a lot to make the most out of it. I go on set constantly, I get a lot of experiences. I try really hard in my classes, but it is just not rigorous enough for me. And I think that because I went to a really difficult high school where if you didn't have a 90 or above, you were looked at as dumb, it's just like very different. And I want something that's a little bit harder for me, and maybe something in the north. So the thing is just because SCAD is not for me does not mean that it's not for everybody. And I do think it's a really great school for certain majors, especially like sequential art and fashion, especially, and art history. Those are probably the three majors that are best suited for here. I'm not saying that the film program is bad or anything like that, I'm just saying it's not enough for me, if that makes sense. So if you guys are thinking about coming to SCAD, which I still think there are a lot of positive things about it, especially because the dorms are so nice. It's warm if you like warm. I like warm. And there definitely are ways around the negative things. The first thing is when you are picking your schedule, pick buildings for your classes that are close to where you live. So for instance, I live at the Hive, which is usually where all of the freshmen live. They either live at Turner House or the Hive, which are right next to each other. So for my freshman year, I took a lot of classes that were very close. So for instance, Kreitz Hall, Eckberg Hall, Herstand Hall, Adler and Hamilton, which are the film buildings, Alexander, which is the painting and photography building. All of those buildings are close to the Hive and are walking distance. I say this because the SCAD bus system, it's interesting, especially the red bus. So the red bus goes to all of the most popular buildings where a lot of gen eds are. There also are a lot of people who are taking the red buses. First of all, the buses are always late. The buses also do not have a lot of room. Sometimes you won't even be able to get onto a bus because there are just so many people. So my suggestion, definitely either bring a car or bring a bike. You can rent a bike through the SCAD bike share, or just walk. Just pick classes that are close to where you live. It will be easier for you, trust me. Okay, the second thing that I realized is the food is, I'm gonna be completely honest, it's bad, okay? And I know most colleges are like, oh, our food is so bad, right? Like the dining hall food is horrible, but the SCAD food is just bad. Especially because when I got here, I was a vegan, and I had to change to be a pescatarian. Not even a vegetarian, a pescatarian, because they did not have enough options for me to get enough nutrients that I needed. Also, the fruit is usually not very good. There are bananas, apples, oranges. The first week, sometimes there's strawberries, which is awesome, but the rest of the time there's no strawberries, and strawberries are my favorite fruit, so yeah. My suggestion is to go to the Family Dollar, which is right near the Hive, to get microwavable meals so you can just eat in your dorm and not have to worry about getting food poisoning, which is an actual thing that happens. A lot of people get food poisoning here. It's really not good. I have not gotten it because a lot of it is from the meat, so just be careful if you are getting the meat. There's an entire Instagram page leaking all of the SCAD food that's really bad. One time there was a frog found in a salad. So yeah, go to Kroger, which is the grocery store in Savannah. Stock up on fresh fruit and microwavable meals and just things that you can have on the go, like granola bars or just anything that you can have in your dorm. Also, Carnival, which is at Monty Hall. That is the best cafe here. It serves Asian style food. It is very far, so that's the only downfall. But if you are really hungry, Carnival is always a good place to go. Okay, something else is that Savannah is a little bit dangerous. I have had a lot of instances where people have followed me, or I was at Stoner's Pizza and someone came up to me on drugs and was freaking out and was very scary and it looked like he had a gun. Yeah. A lot of people catcalling, things like that. So just some suggestions for that is always stay in groups, especially at night. Do not walk alone. Even in the places that you think are safe, like on Broughton Street, which is the main strip where a lot of SCAD students hang out and go to stores and restaurants. Once it gets past like 10 o'clock, then it becomes a little bit more dangerous. So just be careful, walk fast, stay in groups. And if you are alone walking and you see a group of SCAD students ahead of you, just go up to them and be like, "Hi, can I just walk with you guys?" I've done that a few times when I'm walking back from work. Another suggestion is a lot of people struggle with time management here, and I know a lot of my friends are always very swamped with work and projects. I personally have not felt like that because I, again, think the school is not rigorous enough for me. However, if you do find that you are in that place, definitely keep a planner and try to manage your time in an effective way. That way you don't have to pull any all-nighters and you can get everything done on time. At SCAD you get Fridays off, which is very great because you have a long weekend where you can do all of your projects, so definitely utilize that time. Also, the Hive has a pool, which is awesome. So if you want, you can go hang out by the pool and study there, because I do that sometimes and it's really nice. And having a pool is really, really, really nice. I'm gonna miss that a lot. But, you win some, you lose some. So SCAD is pretty strict about alcohol and drugs and candles and extension cords, multi-plugged plugs. So if you do have anything that is considered contraband, just make sure to put it away and put it in a drawer or something out of sight, because when the RAs come to do their checks at the beginning of the quarter, they are not allowed to look in drawers, but they can have a look around inside of your rooms and in the bathrooms. So just be careful and be safe. Like, for instance, I have a candle right over there, but if an RA was here, I would put it in a drawer so I can't get in trouble. Some places that are very good for food: Stoner's, which is right near the Hive. It's open until I think 2 a.m. and it serves the best cookies. Yes, it's called Stoner's, and their slogan is "Legalize Marinara." So yeah, it's a pretty chill place. Spudnik's is open until 3 a.m. Super good potato place. It's the best. It's right on Broughton Street. Vinny Van Gogh's has the best pizza. Little Duck Diner has super good grilled cheeses. Also, Wasabi's, only go there for the sushi, because the sushi is to die for, but everything else, those are just some really good restaurants that you guys should definitely check out if you come here. Kaya Cafe is good if you're a vegetarian, and the best taco place is Bull Street Tacos on Bull Street. It is very, very good, and the chips and salsa are my favorite by far in Savannah. So I hope you guys enjoyed all of my tips for SCAD and understand why this school might not be best for me. I am going to Emerson in Boston for film. I'm hoping that it's going to be more rigorous and it's going to be nicer to be staying closer to home, which is really great. I will of course make updates and vlogs about that because I love making vlogs, especially college vlogs. They're really fun. So don't worry. thank you guys for understanding, and I hope that if you do go to SCAD, you have a great time and it's right for you. Okay, bye guys, thank you, see you next Friday.